We are starting our unit on probability, and to start this unit we need to remember some words and the probability scale. So let's start with the scale. The scale goes from 0 to 1. 0 is when the probability is impossible, when that event is not going to happen, and 1 is the probability is certain to happen. If it have equal chance of happening as not happening, the probability of that will be 0.5. Other words that we use is very unlikely to happen, not likely to happen, likely to happen, very likely to happen. So let's see how can we use those words. We have some sentence here and we need to write down the right word for this probability. So it is that the North Pole will be cold next year. Highly likely, impossible, unlikely. So it is highly likely that the North Pole will be cold next year. Second example says this coin is not biased. That's mean it is fair. Heads, shoulders, knees and tails. That's no words on probability. So that's not the answer. Heads have less chance than tails, or heads have equal chance to tails. Because the coin is not base, that means is fair, then heads have equal chance to tails. Now I'm going to give you the other words for you to complete. I will show you the words and then you can write them down. It is improbable, almost certain, impossible that a randomly choosing swan is black. Please write down the right word. Next one, there is no evidence, a good chance or no chance that smoking causes lung cancer. It is unlikely, usual, certain for an ice cream sales to go up when it snows. Unlikely, usual, certain. And last one, it is more likely, less usual, harder to see a rich man pass through airport security than it is to see a camel pass through the departure gates. More likely, less usual, harder. Okay, let's check your words. So, improbable, a good chance, unlikely, more likely. Okay, so by the end of the class or of this video, you should be able to draw two-dimensional grid to illustrate a sample space. And number 2, list the set of possible outcomes. Let's see how we can apply this. This is an example. 1A, draw a two-dimensional grid to illustrate the sample space for tossing 2 coins simultaneously. So, this is going to be my first coin, and this is going to be my coin. My coin number 2. So for coin 1, I have head and tails, and for coin number 2, I have head and tails. To show the sample space in two-dimensional grid, I need to do the dots that come with this outcome. So head and head, tail and head, head and tail, and tail and tail. And that's our two-dimensional grid. Now we're going to do B, and it says list the sample spaces. So to list the sample spaces, we can look at our grid, and we have head and head, or we have tail and a head. Oh, or we have head and tail, and we have tail and tail, and that's our sample space. Let's check another one. How many possible outcomes are there when you choose a card from a pack? So how many cards do you have in total? Let's put that down. So we have 52 cards. 52 cards. List the sample space for rolling a 6 die. The sample space of a 6-sided die is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So please go to your sample spaces, exercise 10D questions 1 to 2.